Okay, Sunday, June 23rd, 2024, at least for the next few minutes. It's almost midnight. And I understood something this evening that seems very important, so I want to record it while it's still fresh and see if I can put it into words. My daughter starts a day camp tomorrow. Needs to be there by 8 a.m., so she has to wake up at 6:30. Anyway, she got this bloody nose, and it was keeping her up so late. She was so unhappy about it. Really, just like, and it just kept going and going. It was a really impressive amount of blood. Um, but at one point, I found myself saying to her, "Listen," like she was upset, right, stressed, and crying, and that was making it harder um, for her body to stop bleeding. And I found myself saying to her, "Okay, so look, um, just love your body, trust it, because your body decided that for whatever reason that your body decided that having a bloody nose right now is more important than getting a good night's sleep. Something about what has is going on is just so important for your body right now that it needs to do this right now. And so just tell your body, okay, we're in this together. I trust you, and just stop resisting it, and just be with it." Or rather, I didn't say stop resisting. I said just accept it, and love it with love, and be with it, and take deep breaths and relax. It's okay. Stuff like that. And we had a good time. We talked about some things, and the bleeding stopped, and we finally got to bed. But as she was drifting off to sleep, and I was sitting in her room, just sort of singing her to sleep, and as she was drifting off, um, uh, it occurred to me that the rest of my life is no different. Like, how do I put this? Like, okay, there is only one being, right? There's only one being, and there's, as I've said elsewhere, there's not even room in that being to create something separate, as even as thin or as fine as a thought. So even my thoughts that I'm having right now, these words, this is God's being. If you want to use the word God, I'm going to use the word God because I like it. Not a personalized whatever. Um, so even these thoughts that I'm having are God thinking, or God's thoughts. It's the activity of God. It's the activity of the universe, right? And so what's happening in the world, and right now there's this just horrifically complicated and painful, bloody war happening in Israel, and another one in Palestine, right? Israel, Palestine, Gaza, and another over in um, Ukraine, and others that don't make any headlines, in Haiti and Burkina Faso and Ethiopia. Anyway, on and on and on. But and suddenly, and then there's me in my life, and like the hard things happening in my life, and the suffering, whatever. But I just thought, oh, like this is the activity of the mind of the universe. I am moving through this. The thing I think is moving through this, and it has little to do with what I think, what the I that I think is I, like the separate self thinks. Like, this is the activity of the mind of God. And even my thoughts, those things that I do, that is also the activity of the mind of God. But I don't, have to stress over that. Like, I don't have to suffer over that. Like, I can resist it. I can. Whatever, this self can resist what's happening, but it's I can also trust, right? And just be okay. Like, I'm not making any money right now. And that's because that's what's happening, not necessarily because of me or the world or whatever. This is just like, I must not need to be making money right now. um, that probably doesn't make much sense the way it just came out of my mouth, but it makes so much sense to me in this moment. Like, this is the activity of the mind of God. Like, this is the activity of the universe. This is like, I am witnessing that, and I'm not causing it. There are things that I cause. There's things that I can be responsible. Like small I can be responsible for. God, this feels okay. Now let's talk about how it feels. It feels like completeness. It feels like oneness. This is that experience. This is that oneness. Because there isn't a me deciding. There's this deciding, because it's love, because it's acceptance. It feels like ease. And when I meet somebody else, they are also the activity, that same activity of the universe. They are God thinking. And it makes me just think about synchronicities, but it also makes me like I can step back a little bit and go, oh, these wars, this global warming stuff, whatever that I'm worried about, look, I'm not saying I don't do anything about it. That's not what I'm saying. It's like, but I can actually be more effective in what I do about it when I think I can anyway, just by getting, oh wait, this is what's God thinking about right now. Like, not like there's a person that's thinking about something. It's not. What is the activity of the universe that manifests this? That's such a complicated way of just saying, what's God thinking about? What is what is breathing, being, not becoming? What is being here? Ah, there's a good expression. What is being here? That starts to capture it. What is being here? God, I hope this makes sense. Future me, I hope you're getting this right now. I hope if you're coming back to watch this, you're getting this, because this is a hard one to explain with words. It's a feeling thing. It's like with my daughter and the bloody nose. This is just your body deciding that something is more important than sleep. And it's not even really like, the wars are not even wars, actually. The deaths are not deaths. They are. Oh, God. This is so hard to explain. It's fine to like, fine, whatever. it is legitimate and appropriate to be upset about the death. I'm not saying that. It's just not what it appears to be. What is being here? More later. Much love. Wow.